This is Elijah Hernandez, Editor-in-Chief of the Echo, Cal Lutheran student newspaper. The first medical cannabis dispensary named Legendary Organics has opened in Thousand Oaks as of February 2022. One of the owners of Legendary Organics is former Westlake Village Mayor Ned Davis. Two Cal Lutheran alums, Tyler Lucas and Nathaniel Thompson, worked as a team alongside the business owners to help market and build this business. After involvement with the city and state, Ned Davis received their permit to operate a medicinal-only cannabis store in July of 2018 and received license from the state on December 18, 2021. Our reporter, Melodie Truchi, was able to talk to former Cal Lutheran students and former mayor of Westlake to gain more insight on what they hope for the store and cannabis use in general. Welcome, Melodie.
Okay, perfect. So hi, my name's Melodie Truchi, and right now I'm a junior at Cal Lutheran, and my major is communication, and I have an emphasis with public relations and advertising. And this is technically my last semester on campus because I am graduating early, and I'll be doing my last semester abroad.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Melodie. That honestly sounds really fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it.
That's cool. Okay. So can you just start by telling us a little bit about the article that you wrote on the weed dispensary opening up in Thousand Oaks?
Yeah, so with this article, I was able to talk to some of the founders as well as the team that helped them open up Legendary Organics. So I got to talk to Tyler Lucas and Nathaniel Thompson, which are both Cal Lu alumni, and they have their own marketing team that they opened up after going to Cal Lu, and they worked with Ned Davis, who is the former mayor of Westlake, and Ned Davis is part of the managing member of the LLC that owns Legendary Organics. And yeah, they're going to be the first medical cannabis store opening up in Thousand Oaks. So it looks like they're all really excited to help people out that kind of need this use of medical cannabis.
That's great. And did you happen to ask them what went into them wanting to be involved in creating a business like this, or just involved in the process of creating this business?
Yeah, so I did get to talk to Ned about this, and he was telling me that he actually didn't know a whole lot about medical cannabis, and he was researching into it because he was really interested in the business side of it. So with that being said, he thought it would be a business that would end up doing really well, and he knew that there wasn't anything in the area of Thousand Oaks that had been doing this already. And a little bit in my article, I wrote about how his grandfather, after the war, studied medicine with his dad. So Ned's grandfather and great-grandfather worked together, and they actually used cannabis back in the day to help treatments with just like different chronic situations after the war. So it definitely is something that he kind of already knew about, and then was looking at the business side of it. And then after doing research, found out that it was something that interested him.
Right. And so you said that it's like medicinal for medicinal purposes. Mm-hmm. So what kind of qualifications does somebody need to have when they do walk into Legendary Organics?
I more touched on kind of the applications and such that he needed to open this retail cannabis store. So it looks like it was a pretty big process where he had to submit applications to the city of Thousand Oaks and kind of wait for his permit and his license and all that to be able to open the store and sell it. I do believe that you need to be 21 to go into the store still, because in an email he had mentioned that if I were to go into the shop to like take pictures and stuff, if you're under 21, then you would need a medical form saying that you could go in there.
So is Legendary Organics already open? When did they open? Are they where are they located?
So they're located in Thousand Oaks, and I don't think they're open yet. I know they were working on paintings and murals from local artists. Yeah, they are open. February of 2022, so they opened this month. if that helps you.
Oh, yeah, it does. Thank you. So you also mentioned that there's 2 former alumni from Cal Lu that were involved in this process. Can you just speak a little bit about how they were involved?
Yeah, so getting to talk to Tyler and Nathaniel was really cool because they kind of told me how they got into helping out Ned. So Tyler and Nathaniel worked with the Hub 101 when they were in college. And this is where they kind of started their brand idea to have a brand called Revolt Creative that would be a marketing team to help different businesses. And they knew Ned, the former Westlake that I was speaking about before, through the Hub 101. That's where they had met, and then they stayed in touch over the years. And they knew that Ned, they had been working with him for, I think they said like 3 to 5 years, because they knew that he had this interest in opening Legendary Organics, and then they worked together. So just to clarify again, Tyler and Nathaniel are the owners of Revolt Creative, which is the marketing team that helped Legendary Organics open.
And did they happen to share any particular opinions or interests in working in this particular project for marketing?
Yeah, so actually the one thing they were most excited about working on this particular project was just that it was so close to the Thousand Oaks area. They just thought it was a cool project that kind of hit close to home for them because it is just right in Thousand Oaks where they went to school. And then we also kind of talked about how cannabis kind of has a certain stigma to it, and that they're excited to just show like the good side of what people just say is like recreational drug use. So they're excited to kind of advance like people's knowledge behind that.
Right. So they're hoping to change that stigma or like the definition around that.
Yeah, exactly.
Did they say what this could do for the community of Thousand Oaks, or what kind of reaction they think they'd get from the community?
That's funny. I asked them the same thing, just kind of if they were expecting a certain reaction. And just kind of like I said before, they kind of know that some people that maybe are going to have a misconception about how the drug can be used medicinally, but they're just kind of ready to educate people. And that's also something that Ned touched on as well, since he is the owner of the shop. But with Tyler and Nathaniel working on the project, it seems like the 3 of them are all kind of on the same page, that they're kind of ready to face any criticism it might carry, but it also makes them excited because they want to educate people on it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Melodie.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Here's what else you need to know this week. California Lutheran University and the University of Southern California hosted its annual Out of the Darkness campus walk in Kingsman Park on March 5th. This campus walk is only one of the 550 that take place in a community or campus nationwide this year. These walks are expected to raise money for suicide prevention efforts. Our student reporter, Leslie Mendez, has more on the story. Alumna Aaliyah Navarro is currently working as a digital programming coordinator for the National Football League, also known as the NFL. Her love for sports started within her family, and Cal Lutheran provided the revenues to continue that passion. Cal Lutheran jump-started her first internship and provided her with the space to uncover her passions and build relationships with professors that drove her to be where she is today. Our reporter Emma Cohen has more on the story. A poll was also released by the ECHO staff on March 1st about how well students, faculty, alumni, and staff think about Cal Lutheran's leadership. The poll ended on Friday, March 4th, and the results are in. I, Elijah Hernandez, Editor-in-Chief, and Serena Zuniga, Digital and Multimedia Editor / Managing Editor, has more on the story. To stay up to date on the latest stories, follow us on our social media. Our Instagram can be found at CLU Echo, and you can find us on Twitter at CLU Echo News. All the stories discussed in this episode can be found on CLUecho.com.